You might think it's quite strange that today's passage starts sort of at the end of chapter 20 and then carries on into 21 and 22. But this is because these four prophecies are sort of grouped together, and each prophecy sort of gets more precise as it goes. So the first prophecy is to the south and the south forests. And when Ezekiel says that the Lord declared he is going to set fire to you, the south represents Jerusalem and Judah. When he says from the north to the south, it's basically a warning that massive disaster is just going to hit all of Israel, the whole land of Israel. And the second prophecy introduces the imagery of the sword, and the sword is a reference to war. And Ezekiel makes sure to mention that the upcoming disaster, the war that is going to hit Israel, will include both the righteous and the wicked. It will strike everyone down. And Ezekiel then continues through the next few prophecies the idea of war, that war is coming. And the third prophecy almost feels like a war chant, that war is getting closer. And then the fourth is a very detailed sort of tale of events of what's going to happen. The last part talks about the many sins of Israel, and basically it's just recapping that the corruption to Israel, the sin, is just too deep rooted for God to simply sit them down and say, right guys, we need to have a chat, stuff's gone wrong. Everything had to go in order for a new start to be made. And that's why the war was coming, because sin leads to death. Israel really struggled, though, to believe Ezekiel. So he'd come and he'd say, this is going to happen. God is going to come and set you on fire. And they'd think, oh, right, that's a nice symbolism. Oh, Ezekiel, you talking in riddles. But actually, Ezekiel is very serious. And sometimes I actually think for us it's important that we just stop and really think about how we react to things that other people tell us, or things that we feel like God is saying to us. Because sometimes I think we can just think, oh, that's a bit symbolic, that's nice. And sometimes we label it as a riddle rather than a clear instruction or a warning, simply because it doesn't fit into our box of how we think our lives should go, or our box of how we think God is, who we think God is. But God is powerful, and God wants a relationship with us, and he will never fit into our boxes as much as we want him to. We need to take him seriously when he speaks to us. Really seek him, really pursue him.